Man is back.
Oh, okay, boys. Oh my gosh, the ring got messed up. This is a 5 out of freaking 5.
It is beat making time.
Next week is E3 week. My album comes out next week.
I have the leopard.
This is your boy. All right, ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube citizens, y'all know who this is. This is your boy That's True Inferno. Back at it with another Pokemon Unite commentary gameplay for you guys, and this is an interesting topic and obviously a controversial one. So, the question that's been not necessarily asked, but been brought up from time to time, whether it's on Twitter, whether it's on, some people's Twitch streams and all that jazz, is the following. Is it easier for guys to stream or for girls to stream? Or really, is it easier to be a male streamer or a female streamer? That's the question that people been alluding to from time to time. Not all the time, but it happens from time to time. And obviously the dude said it's easier for girls to stream, and obviously the girls would disagree. So here's the thing about this question. Here's the thing, as my phone just went off. Here's the thing about this question. The question is too vague. It's really too vague because there's like a couple of questions that could be asked from that one question. And that is this. The first question is this, because if we were to stick with the original question, is it easier to be a male streamer or a female streamer? What the guys are alluding to in terms of why they think it's easier for girls to live stream does not answer this question properly. That's not the question that they should be answering, answering the question with or whatever. That's not the answer they should be answering this question with. The question that guys should be answering is whether or not it's easier for female streamers to get their numbers, to get their stats. Like in the end, so that's the question that the guys should be asking and answering. Because when you ask, is it easier to be a male streamer or a female streamer? Then you want to say it's easier to be a male streamer or a female streamer rather because girls get the numbers? No, that's incorrect. That is totally incorrect. So to answer that specific question, it is much easier to be a male streamer. And I'll explain why in a second. Let me address the other question first. Is it easier for guys or girls to get their numbers? The answer to that question is girls. Like the answer to that question is girls. Now, even just by saying that is not 100% correct. It's about like 80% correct. And here's what I mean by that. If you were to look at the top streamers, right, in the world, outside from Pokémon and outside from Amaranth, the majority of top streamers has been dudes. They have been dudes. Like, if y'all can name any other female streamers outside of the two that I named, let me know in the comment section below. I'm all ears. Like, without question, I am totally all ears. But if we were to be honest, the majority of the top streamers are dudes. For example, the number one streamer in America as of right now, based on the number of subs that they got, is Kai Cenat, which is really a black dude, which is shocking in itself, but it's a black dude nevertheless. But, obviously aside from the fact that he's a black dude, he's still a dude. So right there, right off the bat, we look at the top streamers. Yeah, obviously it's easier for dudes because they're gonna get all the clout, they got all the fame and all that jazz. But if we were looking at just streamers in general, the normal streamer, the typical streamer who is not big time, yeah, in terms of who's better at getting the numbers, it's the female streamers. It's the female streamers. It's like, and the reason for it is sad, to say the least, to some degree, because they normally get the numbers not all the time, but normally get the numbers from thirsty dudes who live in their mom's basement who never had sex before, and they see this beautiful streamer, they be like, oh, let me pour out all my money towards it. Like, unfortunately, like, it's like that. Now, granted, they could, like, there are some that say, yo, this female streamer is entertaining. She's funny, she's witty, she's intelligent. Let me just support her because she got a lot going on and I want her to succeed. Yeah, there are people like that. Yeah, there are dudes like that and they will donate and like sub and things of that nature because of those reasons. Yeah, that is this. But the majority, not the vast majority, but it's still the majority, is because the dudes are thirsty and they want to give them money to try and hook up with them. Like, unfortunately, that's how it is. That's how it is. Unfortunately, I said this before, in the past. Like, dude, y'all need to get laid. Like y'all need to go to a strip club or something. So I addressed that in the past before with the whole false rant that she did. Oh, and that's another topic in itself. The fallout of G4TV. But that's another story for another day. So, in terms of a average, everyday, typical streamer, is it easier for a guy streamer or girl streamer to get their numbers? Yeah, the answer is the female streamer. But in terms of who got it easier, guy streamer, girl streamer, it's guy streamers. Without question, it's guy streamers. Never mind the fact that I'm, referring to the top streamers, the majority of them are dudes, but the dudes ain't the ones who have to deal with the nasty DMs who get to sit, like, who receive, the dick pics and all that crap. So I was like, oh, you should dox me your information so I could come over and have sex. Like, no, dudes ain't getting hit with that. That's normally the women, which is, again, sad. And that shouldn't happen. But yeah, that is the thing. The women are the ones, between the two, are the ones that always get ridiculed the most, unfortunately. And yeah, they shouldn't like to deal with that just because they want to stream or whatever the case may be. So yeah, in terms of who got it easier as streamers, it's dudes. Without question, it's dudes. So when it comes to that specific question, the answer is dudes. Dudes got it easier because they don't have to deal with all the nonsense that women streamers have to do. And there's a lot of them that women streamers have to do, and they shouldn't have to deal with any of that crap. They shouldn't. But unfortunately, it is what it is, unfortunately. Now, again, it needs to change, but that's how it is, unfortunately. But in terms of who's able to get the numbers better between guys and dudes, the average streamers, that is, it's the women. Without question, it's the women. Without question. So those are the two questions you really should be asking instead of, who got it easier, male or female streamer? No, that's not the question you should be asking. Especially if you're a dude. Especially if you're a dude. That's not the question you should be asking. The question you should be asking is whether or not the dudes or the women get the stats. Who's better at that? That's the question that guys should be asking. And if you were to ask that question, the answer is women. The reason behind that may not be a popular reason, may not even, it's not something that I like personally, but it still proves that women can get the numbers better than dudes. However, the male streamers got it easier because they don't have to deal with the DM nonsense and the ridicule and being called a hoe, a bitch, and slut and all that nonsense and be sexualized like women, which, again, all that needs to stop. But, again, it happens really only towards women. I never seen it happen towards a male streamer. I never seen that. So, yeah, there you go with that. That's my thoughts on that. And I'm going to call it a wrap. So, with all that said, y'all know who this is. This is boy New Jig Ass B, a.k.a. New Stephen A. Smith, saying peace out, y'all, and I'll see y'all next time. Yeah.